I'm going to be backtesting 3 years worth of data in this new series where I go month by month by month, week by week, journaling every single trade and showing you the full process. After every single trade, we're going to journal the trade, write why we did it, why we took it, why we won or lost. And these are the trading rules I have in the backtesting and my live markets. 1 sale per day, only A+ setups with all confidences, no revenge trading. My max loss limit is $500. 1 loss or 1 win equals the next day. Don't care about P&L, we only care about the setup. Remember, just follow the system and in the long run you will make money. Only a few setups a month to reach 10K a month. This is the journal, and after every single month, we're going to gather up all the data and understand how we can make the strategy better. So it's Monday, 2nd of February, 2023. We're going to go straight into the 4-hour time frame. This weekend gap has been filled. We inversed this hourly. Do you have anything else, really? 4-hour again? Okay, we're currently kind of inside of this 4-hour gap. It looks like we're inversing it. We could reverse now, but let's go into the 15-minute. Right now, it looks like we're bearish. Do we have a drill right now? It should be if we are to go lower. We're consolidating on a 4-hour time frame, so chance could be doing anything right now. We are inside of this 15-minute gap, huge 15-minute gap here. We have 15 minutes just below as well. Okay, cool. Go on to the 1 minute and have a look at what we do. Okay, straight in. Oh, wow. That's a huge camel. Looks like we are displacing higher. So we could be trying to look for continuation highs. Okay, we have a huge 15-minute here. I would look for a retracement today if we want to trade higher. So, see, nope. We're just going up and up and up. So we're going to go to the next day. We've left. Okay, so this looks pretty nice. So there's 2 things right now. We are inside this huge 4-hour. We also have these 2 4-hour gaps here. This huge 4-hour gap just looks like price just wants to punt into here. So we've got this 4-hour gap. Oh, this 4-hour gap. So price could trade into either one. But we are also bouncing for this for hour gap. This is the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so we've got London highs that could be swept in here, but also doesn't look right to leave this 1-hour intermediate high here. So I could frame a short from inside this fair value gap. If we go up on market open, have an inversion to the downside, our drawers could be down here. Or if we dump on mark open, I could take a long from inside this 4-hour gap with this sweep of this 1-hour high or even inside of here, because this 1-hour gap is huge. Okay, market is dumping. Okay, cool. We'll sweep that low. We'll sweep that low inside of that 4-hour gap. Done it again. Cool. It looks like we are aiming to go into that next 4-hour gap. Wow. We have an inversion. 2-minute, 3-minute. 2-minute is the highest time frame inversion, and we have inversed this 2-minute gap. So I don't mind taking longs. So we have, so let's see. We have a 4-hour gap. We are clearly bouncing from it. We haven't passed into this 4-hour gap, but we have retraced into this 4-hour gap. We've swept that 1-hour low. As you can see, we have a 1-minute or 2-minute inversion. So let's look at the 2-minute. And we'll take longs. Okay, I have a 5-minute unfilled gap here. We'll go for that. Cool, perfect. Now let's go down to the 1-minute. We'll pick this up. If we hit stop loss, we hit stop loss. Wow, straight stop loss. But I think I know why I lost this trade. So let's just have a look at the 4-hour chart. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this 4-hour chart. We're going to our journal. We're going to new page. The date is 3rd of February, 03/02/833. Right, cool. So there is our 4-hour chart there. Let's go down to the 1 hour. We have the 1 hour intermediate low. Let's look at the 1 minute. 2 minute is where we had our highest time frame inversion. So what did we have? We had a good liquidity sweep. We had a V-shaped recovery. We had a high time frame value gap. We had an IFVG and we had displacement. So beautiful confusions. Why did the trade not work? On Master Open, we created a few scenarios and one of them seemed to have played out. The scenario I looked at was a sweep of the 1 hour intermediate low just inside of the 4-hour fair value gap that we went into. Price presented us a beautiful IFVG with displacement and V-shaped recovery, and it seemed like we had all the confidences to hit TP. But what went wrong was that I believe that we had a strong DO lower, which was the 4-hour fair value gap, below, and price was more drawn to that. So what I've learned is to be more patient in taking setups and don't take a long when there's a massive higher time frame fair value gap just below. If this setup presented itself in that fair value gap, then the setup would have been valued. So that's our first trade. So let's look at the 4 hours straight away. Okay, so we do have a nice gap. We have 2 large gaps. So we have this 4-hour gap. So we got that 4-hour gap. Got this 4-hour gap. What do we have here? We have a 4-hour high. Let's go to 1 hour. So that is London has actually, so that's really nice. So London has, so actually, taking a short from here isn't a bad idea. For 1 hour again. Okay, we have this 1 hour as well that we can take a short from. I'd say it's hard longing against London highs there. But we have a good draw liquidity down here. We have that drawn liquidity. We also have this. Okay. So the most ideal scenario is taking shorts after sweeping London highs inside of this 4-hour gap. Obviously, from my last trade, we learned that don't take a short or a long when there's a massive fair value gap just on top of it. But the reason why I don't mind taking this is because this is London has, this is a lot better. But let's have a look at 15. We've seemed to inverse this 15-minute gap after sweeping this liquidity. We're inside of this 15-minute gap. So we could be logging until there, or, right, let's look at the 1 minute. Let's play price. Some markets dumps on market open. Okay. 15. Okay. See what price of? Hey, what are we doing here? Okay, we haven't created any fair value gap yet, right? We haven't invested that 5 minute. So what are we doing? So we're inside of this 5 minute gap. Do we have 15? It doesn't seem like there's anything lower, so taking a short with no drawn liquidity is a bit stupid. I don't think we're going to see a setup today, so I'm going to skip to the next day. It's got 1 day at the daily time frame. So that's not really a bad. So we could be trading lower on the daily time frame. 4 hour. Looks like we're barely in a 4 hour, so trading against it is not the smartest move. A's market open goes higher. We trade into this gap, either one, and we have a 1 minute inversion or anything like that of the sort. So let's see what happens on market open. Okay, we just sweep that liquidity. Okay, cool, no problem. Okay, so we're in the gap now. Okay, so we've tapped into that 15 minute. We have 2 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute. We have 3 minute. Depends. Let's look at the 1 minute. We do have this huge 1 minute, so we've already kind of inversed that one gap, but we still have this other one. That would want an inverse. So let's have a look. Nope. We just trade higher again. just mucking around. Okay. 3 minute? 5 minute? Okay, cool. If we've inverse on the 5 minute, I'm not opposed to taking it. So we have that 5 minute inversion. Okay, cool. We did invest a 5 minute. This could be a good continuation short. So let's go for a short. We'll go for, I hate going for trains. I'd rather go for 1 to 2 at least. So we'll take that. And if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Let's have a look. Our break-even point, we're going to check on the 1 minute time frame quite quick. So let's just go straight into it. Okay, straight into profits. So that will be break-even out. Deep here. Nice. That's a good trade. All right, cool. And what did we have? We didn't have a drawn liquidity. We had a liquidity sweep, we had a V shape, we had a high time frame fair value get, we had a MFVG, we had an IFVG, and we had displacement. So that's a lot. So we've journaled the next trade. As you can see, we have the 1 hour time frame, we have the 15 minute, and we have the 5 minute, and we have the 1 minute with everything I've written. You can read it, you can pause to read it if you want, and move on to the next day anyway. So all this time, I've just realized I've been trading February 2026. So I quickly went back, and I'm back in 2023, and we're going to be trading 2023. All right. We're straight into the 4-hour chart, so the minute is 9:30, so one mark's open. So we have a huge 4-hour gap that we kind of trading into. We have 1 hour. We have a 1 hour just down below here. If I look on the 4-hour time frame, it looks like we are heavily bullish. So it looks like we're heavily bullish, so taking a retracement long from inside of this 4-hour, inside of the 1 hour is not a bad shout. We've already sweat the 1 hour lows over here, so taking longs isn't too bad of an idea. 15-minute time frame, do you have anything? We're currently inside of a 15-minute gap, but we've reacted bullish from this 15-minute gap down here, so we're delivering off of this. Right? We could have a resweep inside of this 4-hour gap and then longs from there, or we could have continuations to the top side. Let's have a look on the 1 minute time frame. Hour chart, right? A lot of rejection weeks from this 4-hour gap. So could have a resweep or we could not. I don't really care too much. This weekend gap, has it been filled? It's been filled yet. It's been filled. On the 1 hour time frame, do we have anything? Okay, so it's just chop, isn't it? On the hourly time frame, it's nothing too nice. We do have this hourly gap here as well. We have this huge 1 hour gap over here that we could trade to, but
right now
we haven't much to tell you. Okay, let's have a look. So we're accumulating right now, clearly. Yeah, we'll skip to the next day. Completely just delivered from this 4-hour gap and we flew up. That looks ridiculous. These are not market condition now. I'm going to skip to the next day because don't really know what to do. Okay, it looks better now. Right, so we actually have things to base trades off of. Okay, cool. So we've got this 4-hour down below. We've got start high up there. We look at London highs and lows after. So we've got that low just resting over there. We have that high up here, and this one as well that we could be racing towards.
1 hour.
Okay, cool. We could take continuation longs. We're currently bouncing from an hourly gap right now. We have another hourly gap over here. We do have this 15-minute low. We have two 15-minute low. We have one here as well. And we have around one here. We'll go on to the 1 minute and we'll play price. Choppy, swap that liquidity.
Cool.
closed. We haven't inversed it. Okay, we have now. We're bouncing from an hourly fair value that we swept. That liquidity is still inside of that hourly fair value. That I'm thinking, would we come down to there, or do we just go up from here? Is the real question. 3-minute inversion, break-even point would be here. Yeah, I'll take a crack at it. For 3-minute inversion, so we'll take long, we'll have a go. Or only 1 minute. Okay, straight to break even. And let's see if it delivers. So wow. Okay, break even trade. Wow. So what do we have? We had draw liquidity. Draw liquidity was not great. We had a liquidity sheet. Do we have a V shape? In 3-minute. Yes, we did. So we had a V-shape recovery. We had a high time frame fair value gap. We had an IFVG. We did have displacement on the 3-minute. So our latest screenshot is this one. So that is our 1-hour chart. We go to 15. Do we have to go on 15? We have the 15-minute intermediate low. So we had our hourly chart. We had our 15-minute intermediate lows. We had a 3-minute inversion. And it hit B. So we move on to the next trade. So we are still inside of this 4-hour gap. And it looks like we are filling it. Are we climbing close to the CE of it? Okay, we are currently dancing around the CE of the gap. Let's see in the hourly time frame. With the hourly time frame, okay, we have entered the huge hourly gap here. So we are inside its hourly gap, so we could be bullish for now. But the issue is that we have a huge 1-hour gap unfilled there. And we have previous daily highs all the way up there. We have London highs up here. We have 4-hour time frame. We have this huge 4-hour get to. The most ideal scenario is a retracement into this 4-hour and shorts from there. But realistically, we could do anything right now. Okay, let's have a look at the 1-minute time frame. Let's go to 15 actually. 15, we have 15-minute intermediate high inside of this hour of the value up. Get at shorts straight away, because this is a big 15-minute gap as well. We'll have a look. This could be a pure Met trade. We'll have a look. Okay, we'll swap that liquidity. We'll straight into this hour gap. Trading higher. Maybe not. Okay, that looks nice. We are reacting from that 15-minute gap really nicely. This could be a really good setup, actually. So we have this 15-minute gap inside of this 4-hour gap, inside of this hourly gap. We've swept that 15-minute high. We have a huge 15-minute here, which is the draw card. We have this 5-minute. All right, cool. So we have had this 5-minute inverse. However, the issue is that we've kind of taken our break-even point already, but I'm going to take a short from here, even though my break-even point was already taken. Straight stop loss, okay. I think I know why I shouldn't have taken that. I took my break-even point already. Hey, there's a clear reason as to why I lost that trade, to be honest. It looked good if you didn't take the break-even point, but, yeah, okay, so we have a clear reason as to why this didn't work. So yeah, let's just journal this trade. Cool. 10th of February 2023, drawn liquidity. We had liquidity tree, we had V-shape, we had a high time frame fair value, minute fair value gap, an IFUG, and we had displacement. Went into this hourly. We tapped into. Price just flew up after. So that's my fault. Again, I know exactly why I shouldn't take trades like these. But yeah. But anyway, I've probably backtested around a week of data. Look. If you want to see this full series of me backtesting 3 years worth of data, I suggest you subscribe. I'm going to tweak and perfect this strategy. I'm going to work with you guys. I'm going to show you guys the full transparency every single trade I take, whether it's a win or a loss. And I also have this free NQ execution rule set, links in the description. It contains all the rules I follow to get my first ever payout. These are the exact rules I follow, and it will take you to your first payout, so make sure you get that. I make sure to also follow my Discord because we are talking in here every day. People are winning in here every day. If you want a community full of beginner traders, advanced traders, whatever it is, we're all in here and people are talking every day. People are joining every day and showing off their wins, so make sure you join this server, this very active server actually. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.